We can watch the waves, have a Coke and just sit here beside me. I take a little on my heart again, so we can feel forever. You feel together, be real together, and no one can stop.
Well, it's a warm welcome to another special edition of COPA-COLA 30. Remember, this year we're celebrating a journey that started in 1989. But today we're talking about the launch of the tournament at Rusununguko High School. The defending champions, we are testing the feeling. It's all about the special brand COPA-COLA 30, where we are talking about a journey that is so remarkable. But like I said, in this edition, we are at Rusununguko, where there is the launch of the special edition. 30 years, we can say 30 not out for this particular tournament. Our first port of call is taking you through what happened at the launch of the tournament at Rusununguko High School, the home of the defending champions. And we are also going to be trekking down the stars. And in this edition, we are speaking to a legend of the game, a legend of COPA, a legend at Highlanders, and a legend of the national team, Johannes Ngozo. We are then going to trace a team that won it in 2012. That's Muzingwane, that divide all odds and won the tournament in 2012.
Forever you feel together, be real together, and no one can stop.
With Coca-Cola celebrating a milestone of staging the COPA-COLA tournament for 30 years, excitement was abound at Rusununguko High School, the hosts for this year's COPA-COLA launch. Proceedings started with a glamorous march by guests and students of Rusununguko High School.
Look how far we come now, now. There's beauty in our unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way. But look how far we come now. Hands up for your colors.
As has become the norm, the mascot led from the front in a march that was characterized by dance at an event that also aroused excitement amongst those that graced the occasion. All roads were leading to the final destination where dancing skills were showcased. The COPA-COLA silverware was among the main attractions for guests that attended the launch in Mashonaland East Province. To welcome guests was Rusununguko High School headmaster Norman Gombera. While Rusununguko is well known for academic excellence, the school's headmaster was proud of the progress made on the sports field following last year's victory by the under-15 boys team at the COPA-COLA tournament held in Bindura.
In the field of sports, our under-15 boys won the national COPA-COLA tournament in July 2017. We are also happy that our under-18 boys won in the National Youth Games representing Marsh East in August 2017. And our under-20 boys in soccer again won the NASAF Games when they were representing Marsh East again in 2017.
The event was not short of entertainment, with a student providing words of inspiration on the significance of making use of one's talent.
Someone once said, if you make your passion your profession, money will come later as a future realization. So today we come together and say thank you, Coca-Cola, because you have made this possible. Because of you, we are here today. So as we celebrate the future Ronaldos and Mercies who are here today, we say thank you.
Nash President Johnson Maduku held the long-standing partnership between Nash and Coca-Cola.
What started off 3 decades ago as small and humble beginnings, like the biblical mustard seed analogy, has now grown out to be the biggest and most lucrative and most fancied and popular tournament on the Nash sports calendar, through which so many football stars in this country have been churned and passed, courtesy of COPA partnership and the football development strategy. On behalf of Nash, I most sincerely thank Coca-Cola for this sponsorship package, whose benefits are too huge and difficult to quantify. But lest you forget, part of the package include colorful launches like this one we've seen today, legacy projects like one of which we will also see today, lucrative competition prizes, regalia, and other paraphernalia, beverages and food, adverts in various forms of branding, and select teams' participation in regional tournaments. This sponsorship has been made even more beautiful, special, and all-encompassing by the inclusion of the girls' soccer a few years ago. This inclusion has broken the voodoo and barriers of gender segregation and marginalization in Nash football.
As has become tradition, the launch was riddled with prizes which were to be handed out to those who answered Coca-Cola senior brand manager V. Chibanda's question. When did the COPA-COLA tournament begin?
30 years.
Students struggling with the answer to the question had to pick their brains beyond, resulting in one eventually getting the correct answer.
1989. Yes!
To add to the excitement, students were then challenged to win a prize by showcasing their dancing skills. After the fun and games, Chibanda spoke of Coca-Cola's satisfaction with the tournament that has produced several top players such as Peter Ndlovu, Harlington Shereni and Kama Billiard, to name a few.
The Nash organized soccer tournament has made a mark on the lives of thousands of secondary school pupils, their families, their communities throughout Zimbabwe over the years. It shows the lasting power of football, and it reminds us of how far we have come. Indeed, a very successful road with so much to be proud of. I think we've all seen the legends who are here today, which is a testament to the fact that we have a lot to be proud of. COPA was first started in Zimbabwe, for those of you who don't know. We are the pioneers of COPA. COPA is now found in 68 countries. So we have about 1.3 million active participants. As the Coca-Cola company, we continue to be proud sponsors of this initiative, which is an important and long-term investment in our youth. We wish all the schools and teams that are vying for recognition in this tournament all the very best. So this year, the good news is, as a mark of our 30th anniversary, we have equaled the playing field. Everyone will get their just deserved. Girls' prizes are the same as the boys' prizes. So everyone, let's play to the best of our potential. We all stand to win the same.
Former players Justice Majabi, Mo Moyo and Dixon Choto formed the cast that conducted the draw that would determine how teams would line up at the national finals. Also at hand for the draw was Mighty Warriors forward Rudone Shamba and Greta Bande, a product of Vainona High School. In the girls category, Manicaland Province was drawn together with Matewaland South and hosts Rishavane. Mashonaland East, Matewaland North and Midlands Province were drawn to face each other in Group B. Group C has reigning champions Chijgamakono, Mashonaland Central and Mashonaland East. Group D will feature schools that will make it to the finals from Masvingo and Bulawayo. In the boys category, hosts Mandala High School were drawn in Group A together with the winner from Harare and Manicaland. Group B will feature Bulawayo, Midlands and Matewaland North. Mashonaland Central, Matewaland South and Mashonaland East were drawn in Group C. Champions Rusununguko High School were placed in Group D, where they will feature schools that will conquer in Masvingo and Mashonaland West provinces. After the draw, dignitaries then made their way to 4 water tanks provided to the school by Coca-Cola as part of the legacy project. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held as the host thanked Coca-Cola for a gesture that will go a long way in ensuring availability of water at the school. With the launch having been held at Rusununguko, the focus is now on which schools will qualify for the national finals to be held in Rishavani.
Remember, this is a tournament about boys and girls under 15s. It is a special edition this year. We are celebrating 30 years. We are at the home of the defending champions. They were talking tough last week. They say they're going to retain the championship, and we hope that indeed they will be part of the fiesta that's in Zvishavane. This is COPA-COLA 30.
So we can feel forever, you feel together, be real together.
Welcome back. You're still watching COPA-COLA F30, and this is where we track down the stars that illuminated this great tournament. And I'm joined by great company. I'm in the company of greatness, Dixon Choto, Justice Majavi, and of course Momoyo. It's great to have these guys, and this is a segment, like I said, where we talk to the legends. And in this particular segment, we're going to be talking to one. They used to call him Signature. That's Johannes Ngozo. We tracked him down in Mzilikazi. That's the home of football, the home of football in Bulawayo, and of course in Zimbabwe. Johannes, good to have you. Let's just start from the background. You are a product of Mzilikazi High School and COPA-COLA. What do you remember most about COPA-COLA?
What I remember most is that COPA-COLA is a good tournament, and it's very competitive. And I think maybe when we were playing COPA-COLA, I think we enjoyed ourselves because we were playing with good. Most of the time we were playing with good players outside. Maybe Harare, Maswengo, Bulawayo, some of the teams.
And looking at you now, you have played football, you've played for Highlanders, you also played for the national team. Do you ever reflect on those early days of your playing career?
Yeah, I think COPA-COLA built us, because when we were playing COPA-COLA, it was tough because we were playing with very strong teams from Harare, Mtare. So I think COPA-COLA, it was a foundation for us to go and play maybe for the Islanders or national team.
And talking about the standard of football, back then it was under 20 and it has gone down to under 15. But during that time, how was it like? What is your assessment of the level of competition during those days when you're playing against all those schools from around the country?
Okay, I think that was the toughest tournament in school, COPA-COLA under 20, because we were playing big boys under 20. Some of the boys were playing for maybe first teams in their Islanders. Some of them that play maybe Dynamos. It was a tough tournament under 20.
And talking about it being tough, from the days you were playing probably at zonal level, cell level, and going up to national level, any rivalries that you remember, just those smoking guns that you remember from those days?
There's only one school, Mtare Poezai. Mtare Poezai. It was only because they came here. When we were playing PG here, COCA-COLA, they beat us in the semi-final. Then we went to Marondera. Then we didn't meet each other, but we won the tournament. But it was our toughest rival.
Any local rivals?
Local rivals, it was Sobogas, always Sobogas, because most of the time, most of the boys we grew up together. So this Sobogas, it was our rival.
And just walking around the streets of Mzilikazi earlier on, we're just talking to people around, and they said when Mzilikazi met Sobogas, it was fire. Why?
Yeah, because sometimes you're playing with your brothers, sometimes you're playing maybe with your friends in the club, sometimes you're playing with maybe your enemies in the Zimbabwe sense. It was a Zimbabwe sense. Most of the players were playing Sobogas, so most of us were playing here, we were Islanders, juniors. So it was a tough game.
And now talking, zeroing in on the COPA-COLA tournament, how important was it for you as a springboard for you to then go on and excel at Highlanders in the national team?
I think when we were playing COCA-COLA under 20, I played maybe the last time I played COCA-COLA, the following year I was playing at Thailanders. So I think it was a springboard for me because I won that Coca-Cola. I was player of the tournament. So I think that is where all my journey that started at Coca-Cola.
And today we're at Mzilikazi High School, and it has won it 4 times. One of the rare schools that have won it 4 times, alongside Chechu and of course the school from the Lowveld. How do you feel to be part of that special group of schools, and also to be part of Mzilikazi High School that excelled at this tournament?
I think I'm the happiest, guys. If you are talking about Mzilikazi, we've got Peter Ndlovu, Johnson Gozo, Ezra Mnyandoro. So to be matching with those guys, I think for me it's a privilege. I think I'm happy because I think Mzilikazi, I don't know now, but I think Mzilikazi is the best school in terms of football. I think they groomed a lot of players there.
COPA-COLA is about grassroots football development, and being where you are now and what you see around, I know you're at Bulawayo City. How do you assess football development in the country? What do you think about it, just in general terms, and what do you think should be done to probably do better?
I think now they are doing their best job, because from under 20 going down to under 15, that's the way you can look for talent. At under 40, those guys for 14, 13, 15 years, that's the way you can look for talent. Not just to jump those guys to go in the under 20, so going back down. So I think that is the right time to look for talent at the right time, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years. I think this is the right time.
And now this tournament has grown in leaps and bounds. From 1989, we are talking of Peter Ndlovu, now retired, is now the manager at Mamelodi Sundowns. We are talking about you. You are now into coaching, but we are now in the 30th year. What are the things that you think should probably be improved to make it better and bigger?
I think they must maybe do 2 age groups, and then they must do maybe 15 and 18. These are crucial stages for maybe young players. These are crucial stages. Maybe I think Coca-Cola can give us something if they can give us 2 under 15 or under 18s. I think they can do it, but I think they can give us something, because that's the way players we can see this is he can make it, he don't make it. That's 15 and 18.
Well, that's the man himself, Johannes Ngodzo. Most people know him as the signature. He played for Highlanders, also played for the Warriors, but his roots are back in Mzilikazi. We're talking about his experience at the COPA-COLA. He played in the Mzilikazi team back in the 90s. Interesting stuff. Would you have known that he played alongside Ezra Mnyandoro, Vusanyoni, and several other stars? Interesting stuff indeed. COPA-COLA EPI.
You make it easier to sing, yeah. A little on my heart again, so we can feel forever, you feel together, be real together. And you are watching COPA-COLA EPI.
Located 47 kilometers away from Bulawayo city center, in the heart of Esgodini, is Mzimwane High School. Mzimwane is renowned as one of the top academic performing schools in Matabeleland South Province, producing top ordinary level and advanced level results. Up until 2012, the school had no real football history to talk about, with Mzilikazi the only school to have won the COPA-COLA title from the Matabeleland region. However, all was to change in the year 2012, as Mzimwane became the second school from Matabeleland to land the prestigious COPA-COLA crown following a victory over Pamshana High School in the finals. Fast forward 6 years later, the school still carries a warm reception that defined the winning year 2012. Trophies that are shelved in the administration blog depict past successes on the sports field, with images of prize-giving ceremony, a clear testimony of the pride derived from the successes of 2012 COPA-COLA tournament. The joy of the 2012 COPA-COLA victory is still very much evident in conversation with the school's headmaster, Mr. Moraka Magaya.
The moment the news filtered through that we had won, everyone was elated in the school, everyone was happy. We didn't sleep, because they came the following day up to the time they arrived here, there were no lessons. I'm sure that goes to tell you how it impacted on the student body and the teachers at large. 25 years of COPA, and I think for those 25 years from the whole of Mad South, I think we're the first to win. So yes, we're very happy and inspired that we really represented our province, Mad South, well.
Mr. Magaya goes on to explain the positive image that was created by winning this prestigious COPA-COCA-COLA football tournament.
Publicity, press, print media that put us on the map. Those who were not aware or didn't know about our school, or they got to know about us. I think that had also an effect of motivating the boys to take an interest in sport, especially soccer. We, of course, there is the prize money which we won, and I'm happy to report that out of the prize money which we got, we managed to buy a minibus for the school, of course with the assistance of the parents. I think those were some of the benefits, yes.
Mzimwane High School assistant coach Irvin Chitambara attributes the school's success on the football pitch to passion and dedication on the part of the players.
Firstly, boys have got passion for soccer. Even when the teacher is not around, they always look for a ball. They'll play a weekend, almost all day. They'll be on the soccer field. The fact that we have a history of making it to the nationals every year, the senior students is sort of set the bar for the coming students. They tell them the expectations, and it becomes easier for us, the teachers. Or obviously, we've attended some soccer coaching clinics to assist us, but the boys do most of the work. The fact that we have made it to the nationals without a soccer academy, without playing in the juniors league, without boys being attached to the clubs, says a lot about the effort that we put here.
Another key ingredient to attaining glory is the inspiration provided by one of the students who was part of the 2011 COPA-COCA-COLA Dream Team that traveled to the United Kingdom for a training camp that was held at Chelsea's training ground.
I remember Simba Tandi came back and made a presentation at the assembly. They talked about the more than 20 soccer pitches that were there at COPA. It was something unimaginable. And also the facilities there, they were also out of this world, and it really inspired other boys to also try and make the dream team. And the fact that every time we're at the nationals, we always have boys being selected, I think can be attributed to Simba sharing his experiences with the boys.
Part of the team that won the COPA-COCA-COLA title in 2012 was Innocent Chifamba, whose goal in the final against Pamshana handed the title to Mzimwane.
It's been quite a good experience because before playing for the COPA-COCA-COLA tournaments, I had some a little experience, so playing at Highlanders, it wasn't quite difficult for me.
Chifamba reflects on how winning COPA-COCA-COLA ignited a soccer-playing passion among students at the school. A deeper conversation with Chifamba unravels how COPA-COCA-COLA served as an inspiration for him to pursue football as a career.
For 25 years, it hasn't been won by the Mad South District, so it was quite a good experience, and it was nice what we had, and it gave some little importance for sports in our school, since we were not taking football in a serious manner. But since 2012, it has been great, and the under-16 team at our school have been proceeding to the nationals almost every year since 2012.
Chifamba, who captained Mzimwane to victory in 2012 and plays for the Highlanders reserve side, is hopeful of breaking into the Highlanders first team as he eagerly awaits for an opportunity of playing first team football.
Right now I'm based in Bulawayo. I stay in Makokoa and I'm playing for Highlanders Division 1 team.
Mzimwane boasts of players that have already tasted Premiership football. One such is Marvin Sibanda, who made his Premiership debut for Bantu Rovers in 2017 before earning a scholarship to study abroad.
The biggest success is Marvin Sibanda, who was selected in the Dream Team, I think in 2012, which unfortunately didn't go to Kenya because of the Ebola outbreak. He made his premiership debut for Bantu Rovers last season and is currently on a soccer scholarship in the USA.
And how is that inspired other boys?
Obviously, the boys that used to play with him here have also been motivated. They realize that if you are talented in soccer and you also take your schoolwork seriously, you can go places. And soccer is no longer a sport for the dull students. Boys now try to balance the two. And also the fact that we have someone who has made it has made the boys believe that they can also make it in soccer.
Since winning the COPA title in 2012, Mzingwane have constantly featured at the national finals, but however missed the 2015 edition. Having tasted the feeling of COPA glory, Mzingwane headmaster Moraka Magaya remains cognizant of the need to ensure students balance their academic endeavors with excellence on the sports field.
I'm sure you're aware of a new curriculum, updated curriculum that actually emphasizes sports, PE, and so on. I think it's a good way of doing everything. Here we've really embraced it, the new curriculum. Stay in the timetable of the school. We've not had problems with the sports and curriculum. We have also got the assistance and support of the parents. Maybe I should also mention that between 2011 to date, we have always represented Matsap, save for 2015.
As COPA-COCA-COLA celebrates 30 years, assistant coach Irvin Chitambara is clear about the positive role the tournament plays in developing local football.
From a national perspective, I think there is no better example than Peter Ndlovu, the greatest warrior. He is a product of this tournament. We've got other Zimbabwean internationals, the likes of Ezra Mnyandoro, the late Makunike, they're also a product of this tournament. And I'm sure that with the continued sponsorship, we will have more players also joining the mainstream football and so making it to represent Zimbabwe.
As schools vie for glory in the 2018 edition that was launched at Rusununguko High School, Mzingwane will be among schools that will go in search of a second title when the COPA-COCA-COLA football tournament rolls into life at zonal level.
Well, what a journey. We're talking there to the team that won it in 2012. That's Mzingwane High School in Esgodini. But I'm still surrounded by these great boys, Rusununguko High School. They're walking with a swagger. They won the championship last year, and they're also talking tough. They want to win it again. We're done for this week's edition of COPA-COCA-COLA at 30. We're back next week with another exciting COPA-COCA-COLA at 30.
And being real together, no one can stop me when I taste that feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. No one can stop me when I taste that feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. You make it easier to sing.